A brave 5-year-old boy thanked God for helping him recover from leukemia in a heartwarming video before getting his Disney dream come true. Everett Michael Condis has been in and out of hospital for the last 12 months as he bravely fought B-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia, having chemotherapy every 7 to 10 days. The youngster, who lives with his single mom Tiara Lindell Condis, 29, and elder sister, Addison, 6, in Tennessee, USA, was filmed back in April after a chemotherapy session, thanking God for his good health and his ability to play with toys. Scroll down for video, but despite having to take 9 different medications at the same time, losing his hair twice, and gaining 6 pounds in 29 days, the brave youngster has not let his health condition stop him from living a happy life. After starting to recover from his treatment, although he has not yet fully beaten the disease, Everett was able to visit Disney World through the Make-A-Wish Foundation charity. Share this article. Share. Tiara said, "I was just taking pictures of him, and he said to turn the video on. He just wanted to thank God for every little thing. Getting his cancer out, for the game he was playing, for the shirt he was wearing. He's very quick to start praying for anything. Big or small, he's had great faith through this." The plucky youngster had great fun at Disneyland with his sister and parents, while staying at a 2-bedroom villa with its own pool and ice cream palace. Tiara said, "We were told by his social worker the day after he was diagnosed that she sent over his information to Make-A-Wish and that he would receive a wish. We got our first call from Make-A-Wish in March, and the trip was planned for October. When we asked him what he would want or if he wanted to go somewhere, his immediate answer was Disney. He absolutely loves Disney World, all of the characters and the rides." Everett received his cancer diagnosis back in January after complaining of pain in his leg while on a week-long trip to Alaska to meet his grandparents last December. He was diagnosed with transient synovitis, an infection that settles into the joints and causes pain, but the doctors finally discovered he had leukemia after his mother insisted they perform an MRI. Tiara said, "Everett and his sister had a wonderful time with their grandparents. He went to the North Pole and met the real Santa and spent time with family. Both the kids caught a cold from the trip while we were there. It was pretty bad and lasted more than a week. Upon returning home, Everett was staying with his dad. Next morning, I got a call that Everett was in bad pain all night with his leg. When I saw Everett later that day, he could barely walk. He was limping pretty bad. I took him to the ER, and the X-ray showed nothing. The next morning he couldn't walk at all, and I took him to his pediatrician. She sent us straight to a different ER. He had X-rays, ultrasounds, and blood work done, and they could not find what was wrong. He was seen 4 more times until on January 25th, Everett had fever and was in severe pain, and he was eventually taken for an MRI scan. She said, a male and female doctor came into the room and said they had the results back. The male doctor said, "Unfortunately, it looks like Everett has either leukemia or lymphoma. It felt like all of the blood in my body slowly drained out. Everything was blurry." Everett was admitted into hospital for 2 weeks. The Tiara said the most shocking thing was when a tube used to administer cancer drugs, was inserted into his chest for chemotherapy. Tiara said, "He understands as much as you can being told at 5 years old. It took him time to really get better understanding." to know he can't always do what other kids do. He was signed up for soccer when he was diagnosed, but had to pull out because the doctors wouldn't clear him to play. We had to change our whole way of life. Everything had to be extremely clean. He had to wash and sanitize constantly to keep germs away. Everett started his kindergarten in August. This was scary, sending him in knowing how much sickness and germs there are, but he's done pretty good. As a single mother dealing with her son's illness, Tiara emphasized that parents should take help when it is offered. Cancer is scary when we hear of adults getting it. It's even worse when it's our child that can't even fully comprehend what they have. It is something you never expect to happen to your family or your child. We surely never expected it. But you just have to take it a day at a time. Making memories with them has always been important to me, but even more so now. No one is promised tomorrow, so we are making the best of each day we have together.